Hey guys, you remember this front coop? This coop that we have out front here is the one that every year, hey, quiet geese. Every year I say I'm going to build a new coop, and this is another year where I didn't. Last year what I did, after you saw the collapsing of the coop, after we had the big winter snowfall and all that weight sat on top and it kind of collapsed on us and was a big mangled mess. I'll try to put a little piece of that in this video so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. What we've tried to do since then is inside, after that happened, is I did put a 2x4 wall up to brace it to hold that peak. My thought this year, stop yelling at me. My thought this year is I'm going to try to put an actual roof on this thing. I'm not trying to make a building out of it, even though that's what we kind of use it as. The outside, and a few years back, we basically put that wind screen up, so it gives it a bit of a blockage. You don't get that wind whipping through. You know, and you don't want to totally seal up a chicken coop. You want them to be able to get that, not a draft, but you do want to have ventilation. So the windscreen works well, and it's fairly heavy windscreen. So what I'm thinking about doing is I've got some 1/4-inch OSB plywood, so it's not very thick, so it's not as heavy as regular plywood, but I want to put that on top. And my thought is, when the snow sits on there, instead of drooping on the tarp, because what we normally do is we tarp this thing up for the winter, but instead of sitting on the tarp and then the weight causing it to kind of pool on that fence, my hope is that this stuff will be hard enough that it'll sit there and then slide off. What I'm going to do to make it a little more rigid, because I don't want to get heavier plywood, because I don't want to add a whole pile of weight, because as it is, even a 1/4 inch is going to take, this is about 26 by, I can't remember the width, but it's going to take about 10 sheets of plywood. So my intention is to put it on, and I've got some 2-inch strapping that I'm going to put underneath, and that's going to pinch the wire, the chicken wire, between the strapping and the plywood to help hold everything in place and kind of make it more rigid, and then hopefully help support that weight when we do get a heavy snowfall, which hopefully we don't, but we may. It's quite likely we will, actually. So that is what I'm going to try this year. If that survives the winter again, by doing this with this roof, it's, you know, it's a couple $100 worth of material, but it's still cheaper than trying to replace the whole thing. And if it works, I'm just going to leave the roof on it, tarp over it, is my intention still. But tarp over this thing, and I'll just leave it there. What I did to the OSB and the strappings, I painted it with the old barn paint I had left. I had some white left. I used that to paint the plywood, or the OSB plywood I should say. And then the strapping I did with the red paint from the barns. Used some of that all up to try to help it weather the storm better out here, so it doesn't get rotted quite as fast. So that should help. Anyway, I better get going, because we don't get a lot, you know, our evenings are much shorter now. It gets dark quite early. So we're gonna get started here. Cindy's gonna have to help me out a little bit, because I can't reach to hold the strapping in and the plywood up at the same time, and I have to be able to screw those together. What I did buy is I bought some metal straps. My intent is I'm gonna bend these guys over that peak. I'm gonna use these 2 on each of the lengths of plywood. I'm gonna fasten them on there, and that will basically hold it over top, kind of like drape it over, hold both sides, and then from there I'm going to screw into the strapping. And at the end of the day, I'm hoping this is going to hold everything and support the weight and keep that from happening again, this whole collapsing thing. But I need to get going. We'll try to edit out as much of the geese talking to us as we can, because they're not so bad with me, but with Cindy in the area or the kids in the area, they just carry on horribly. So let me apologize for that in advance, but we'll try to keep to a minimum. Hopefully they get used to us working over here and they'll slow down. I have to start grabbing some plywood and getting back out here, guys. We're in here. go up. All right. Good job. Yeah, we'll need 2 of those. All right. Sorry. So we want to have it about center. Let's see if I can eyeball here.
This board?
Yeah.
So not all the way to the end?
No, center on the strapping. Sorry.
Oh, well, I have a hard time seeing.
Yeah. See if I can. All right, if you lift it a bit, a little further. All right. Yeah, that's why I have to put one part way up because it's still not holding together, right? Oh, that board's not even close.
What board?
The one you're holding. Well, you can see on the end there, it's over the, it's not even on the plywood. I just gotta come way down, babe.
I can't, it's too stuck.
Up a bit. I might be alright. Another one in there. Losing all kinds of screws. Cindy had to run inside. She has muffins in the oven. She's doing a bunch of baking for our Canadian Thanksgiving. So this is turning out to be a lot harder than I expected. I thought this would be a quick throw it up, get it done. But it's just a little more difficult trying to line things up and trying to reach. Most of it's just the structure doesn't have a lot of strength, so I can't climb up and do things properly. I'm trying to reach it from where I can. But you can see how it's starting to come together. The plan is still, I have to rip some plywood in half to do these bottom portions, and I'll be attaching them with the strapping, butting the two up together and screwing it down. So Still lots to do and losing light quick. You say he's lined up with the other one?
Pretty much.
All right, just kind of give me an idea where to screw here. So.
Middle.
What's that, babe?
Got it right in the middle.
Well, it must have went through, did it? That one didn't go in though, did it?
I don't know where that one is.
Oh, maybe it did. Huh?
I said that's good. That's in the middle.
Another donation to the chicken pen. They must be coming through if you know where they are.
Yeah, they are. That's why I'm washing my hands.
I don't know if I could just screw them from the inside if the screws are long enough then. I didn't want the heads to come out this side though.
Yeah, that one's, it's good. It's just a little high, so.
Okay. Yeah, it sounded the way it did. Oh, thank you. Hey, welcome back to day 2, guys. This is actually, is this day 2? Yes, no. This is 2 days later. So this is day 2 for the video, but it's the 3rd day of us trying to make an attempt to get the roof on that coop. How you can hear it, it's raining. So I'm not sure how well this is gonna go. We just finished chores. All right, so last night I got back, we were visiting my brother-in-law, and I got in here and I ripped down the remaining OSB boards, and then I took some of the leftover red paint I had and just kind of covered up that edge that it was cut, just to hopefully seal up some of it, because I know it will absorb moisture. So basically I'm going to put this on. Hopefully everybody can hear me, but I'm not wearing the microphone because of the rain. But I'm gonna put this on and then screw it to the slat that we left sticking down. Screw it on. So it looks like I'm going to have to notch around our posts here that we're using to support the structure. So it looks like it's approximately 6 inches from the bottom, so hopefully I get this right. Brought a bigger hole saw just to hopefully do okay there. What I forgot to grab was a new battery. And I might have to do that before I can. All right. Looks good. Good. Excellent. Let's get this one screwed down. We'll keep moving here. Okay, slight change of plans, guys. I'm not going to fasten the top yet. I'm going to try to get the bottom strap here because I want to keep it in line with the wood line together. So I'm going to try to do it a little bit differently. Hopefully it works out. I might have to go up a little bit, hon. Yep. Okay, I'm going to start down here. We'll do that in a minute. All right, not sure how much we're catching here. We're making a little bit of progress. We got the two spots here attached to the slats to the main, the longer boards. I'm gonna get up to the peak. See if I can adjust this. Make sure it's attached there. Pull that out. All right, so now we just gotta put the bottom side pieces on.
I'll stay in here.
I know, right? At least it's dry in there for them. Okay, guys, so there's a little more work done here than what you saw a few minutes ago, but that's because Cindy had to take the camera inside and charge us up a bit. Hopefully finish off what we're doing this portion for today. So as you can see, I got these two pieces on. I got one piece left to do. I'm thinking to myself, and I'm gonna have to figure this out before we finish this video, is I don't know how I'm working around these with the tarp, but I won't likely know that until I get the tarp ordered and things are moving along a little farther. Apparently we're scaring the geese. Well, guys, it's been a few days. We had to get the order in for a tarp, and there's a lot of noise around us. The animals are not thrilled with our plans this morning. So as you can remember, a couple days ago we left off. We got the wood on top of this coop at the front, and I had to find a tarp that I thought would work. The overall peak is about 12 feet. The coop itself is about 26 feet long. So I ended up finding a tarp that was 50 by 30. So the extra couple feet, well, extra 6 feet on the back end will allow me to close up the opening for the winter time. This end we'll leave open. If it gets cold enough out, what I'll do is I'll just piece in some triangle shapes around that door just to stop any strong winds that might get in. But this is all we should need to hopefully wrap this up. I also got some bungee cords. Hopefully I can get them to hook on there and we don't have to do any zip ties. All right, guys. I think once I get this all in place, it's going to be a lot more slippery. I don't know how well the tarp will hold up for sure. We tried to get something that was a little bit durable, but within a reasonable price range. Here come the unhappy geese again. So I'm going to start fastening these down. I'm going to be working from a tripod for the rest of the day because Cindy's going to take off with the kids to see their uncle. See how he's doing before he gets ready to hopefully come home Thursday from the hospital. So we'll pick it up in a few minutes. All right, guys. I wanted to bring you back, show you what I've been doing here. As I said, I'm alone now, so I'm not filming as much as I was, but I can still show you what I've done here and what the outcome is going to be. All right. See if I can get my arms long enough here. Okay, so I'm going to take you for a quick walk around the structure and show you what I've done with this tarp, especially around the posts and things like that. So I'm going to talk, but I'm going to film from behind here. So here we go. All right, guys. So now you can kind of see the outcome of this 15 by 30 tarp. So what I'm using is bungee cords to hold it down. I'm just pushing them through and hooking them onto the chicken wire that is in behind. What I've done here is melted the tarp in the locations where the posts come through. I'm going to probably put some tape around it, but having melted it stops it from fraying so much. So this should be a lot more solid. You remember before, the issue was we had the sag in the wintertime, which we got the buildup of snow leading to the collapse. This way we put the plywood underneath and hopefully the slippery tarp on top. And if everything goes as I'm hoping it will just assist in helping everything slide off and not just buckle under the weight. So like I said, I will close this off when it gets really cold. Just these triangle sections here, I'll put some wood up there just to block the wind, keep them from getting some unnecessary drafts. Still very airy. I mean, using the windscreen for the walls, it blocks the wind, but it still lets everything breathe and keeps the chickens healthier. Okay, so once again, maybe this little makeshift building will last another year. But anyway, guys, appreciate you coming by again. If you don't mind sharing your videos with your friends, we really appreciate it. And we'll see you next time here at Simple Acre Homestead.